how many jars does she need? Hi y'all, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to what is going to be a witchy pagan supply haul. I did a glass haul, kind of like glassware for like me and my altar and my all whatevers. And I asked in that video if you all would be interested in seeing like more content that's based on kind of like this part of my life, and I got a pretty much resounding yes. You guys would love to see it. I'm super excited because I've been kind of, for any of y'all who've been, you know, probably in the last year, I've been kind of like down in the dumps about my channel in like the beauty aspect because I just can't afford to do all the reviews, to do the hauls, to do kind of some of the beauty content that I used to do, and I've been really frustrated and upset that I can't do that. But I've received a really overwhelming amount of support and positivity for me just kind of trugging along and doing other aspects of my life. I'm very excited about it, and in all honesty, when I was filming those videos I love beauty. Obviously, I love makeup. I'm going to keep doing makeup content, but it also felt really good to just film kind of what I want, my loves and my interests and my hobbies, even if they don't get, I don't get hardly any views anyway. Big thank you to all y'all who do watch my shiz, but just sort of focusing on things that make me happy, things that bring me joy, which this journey down into paganism is one of those things that has been honestly absolutely wonderful for me. So I am super excited to be sharing that with y'all. And so today we've got kind of more of the practical side of things. I am going to be doing more content that delves into like the spell work I do, the kind of stuff that I do, kind of how it's like interwoven into my life. That's gonna probably be like not a sit down video like this. I'll probably try to film maybe me doing some things or like showing you guys how I do them. But for now, let's just get on into the supplies here. I try to find, when it comes to this sort of thing, I love finding me a bargain. We all know that Hobby Lobby, Michael's, all those places have got bottles galore, but you do not buy them unless they are 50% off, or at least I don't. It's so funny. One time we went to Michael's and they didn't have a sale, and I was like, all right, we need to go to Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby did have a sale, although I personally have issues with giving money to Hobby Lobby. Gonna try to not do that because they're a really nasty company. And especially with my like paganism leaning and their problematic Christianity, you know, it's a thing. We'll work on it. But let's get on into this. Let's first talk about some, you know, containers. One of the main things that I do is what is it called? Spell jar work, vial work, you know, that sort of thing. We put some herbs in there. We put some essential oils in there. We got some crystal chips in there. We make all nice protection, amulet, talismans, whatever you like. Let me tell you, one of my favorite affordable finds is this shiz right here. These are 3 glass bottles right here. They've got little metal caps. Let me go get one that's already opened. They're just looking like this right here. You just unscrew the top, going on like that. I really like these for doing like car charms for people because typically I will seal it with wax, but in the heat, and you got it in your car, that wax is not gonna last long. So I really like doing these for that. You know, they're just a nice size for doing spell work. If you like organizing your crystal chips, these are really good for that shiz. Like I said, these are $1 for 3. When we were going cross country, we stopped at a Walmart and they were on sale for 50 cents. These are pretty much kind of like bread and butter for me and the stuff that I like to do. I actually need to make a couple of these for my friends before I see them next. They're just a really great, really nice, really affordable. When it comes to a lot of my supplies, I like things to be less expensive. In my heart of hearts, I really wish I could do nothing but support like small local business, small metaphysical and occult shops like that, but sometimes accessibility and price point. So if you're looking to get this kind of thing for like a really good price, would highly recommend these. I found them in the Walmart craft section with like, I think, the section where there's like beadwork, where there's like little containers and stuff to like store your beads. I'm pretty sure these were in that same section. They also had these cute little stackable circular ones that were also $1, but I did not get those. I was like so tempted. I was like, look at those. And I had to ask myself, but what would you put in it? When in my mind, I'm sitting here thinking, what wouldn't I put in it? So then if we're talking about jars, we might as well talk about more jars. This was another find that made me super, super happy. These were actually at the dollar store. I can't remember if it was Family Dollar or Dollar General. Pretty sure it was Dollar General, because there's one literally like right across the street from like where I live. And these were $1. Were $1. I think I got like 11 of them. I got all the ones they had except for the one that was broken. I'm thinking about painting the tops to make them more my aesthetic, but these are so great. They're just nice, sturdy little things here. You open them up. Oh my goodness. What could you not do with these? I actually, I've got 3 here. These are the only empty ones I have left. The other ones I have filled all with a bunch of my hair filled with like my herbs and stuff like that, and I keep that in another tin container. I like containers. This is part of the problem here. I'm like, ooh, here's a container. Here's a container that I can put into a container. Here's a container that can hold my containers. It's kind of a spiral. I've actually got a little whisker in here from one of my kitties. It was very sad. A couple days ago I was vacuuming and I was like, oh look, a whisker, right as I went over it with the vacuum, and I just stood there for like 30 seconds like, what is this? But I really like these. Like I said, they're nice, they're affordable, they're cute, they're just all a good size. You know, it just all works together. Like I said, I like finding me some affordable shiz. I love the practicality of them being a screw on top. I've looked into getting some of the ones that like the mason jar ones that have like that flip up for the snapping ones, and I was like, kind of not my thing, but I really like these, and for $1 you can't go wrong. Then another dollar store find, the same place I found those, I picked up these. Y'all know I love colored glass. This is like, pretty sure this shiz is painted. These were like $2, but I needed something that was bigger than those dollar ones. I got 2 of them. This one's actually got some of my eggshells in here. Haven't figured out what I'm putting this one in. Probably gonna just use salt, because I use salt in a lot of different things. So to have one container where I can just go and get that and incorporate it with other things. I've got some smaller containers that I'm going to use for like special salt blends, but this one would just be either coarse salt, pink Himalayan salt, or just regular salt that I use to mix with other things. I just thought they were cute and really fit the bill for what I wanted, although honestly in the future I'm just gonna like, it's definitely more ethically, or at least environmentally better, to go to like Goodwill or something. I have issues with Goodwill as a corporation and giving money to them. I mean, basically, what corporation do we not have issues with? But there are always all kinds of mason jars, all kinds of stuff that you can find. I'll probably do some kind of vlog that involves me like going thrifting and trying to find stuff like this. And even if I don't buy anything, I can at least show you guys what's out there and what's available and what can you find if you're, you know, willing to look. I kind of like the whole idea of the hunt and finding something that's a little bit more special, or a little bit, you know, better than what you find at, say, Walmart or the Dollar Tree. But for right now, I've got these 2. Then we got to talk about what was probably the biggest restock for me. This is kind of like, was this not the start of it. I used up the majority of these that I already had, either in stuff that I'm doing. A lot of stuff that when you do spell work and craft and everything like that it's reusable. You can take it out and empty it out, and you can reuse your crystals after you cleanse them and things like that, as well as like containers and other things. So long as they're properly cleansed, they're all good. They don't got any kind of bad vibes going on. But in the case of things where I make and give them to people, or I do specific things where it's just a permanent fixture, you know, obviously I need to sort of replenish my stash of receptacles. So the first one I got, which I actually have used one of for my friend friend JT are these little ones right here. These ones I believe I got from Hobby Lobby, and like I said, don't buy anything from any kind of like home, well, not home goods. Hobby Lobby, Joann's, Michael's, that kind of thing. Don't buy anything unless it's 50% off. Just wait, be patient. There will be some kind of rotation where what you're looking for and what you want to buy is 50% off. I do like these ones that are different, very different sizes. I think they're fun, they're cute, they're aesthetic. They're different sizes for different things that I want to do. I had one that was like really, really super tiny that I did for my best friend's cat. Did him a little like protection spell for little kitty. And it was just this little bitty teeny tiny one that she could, you know, keep and have for him. Then we have the other jars, and this is like the whole sale. You wait for them to go on sale. So the majority of these were either $1.50, 75 cents. I think the most expensive ones I got were like originally $4, so they were $2, which, you know, I don't mind. They look all nice and cute and aesthetic. So we got these ones. I'm pretty sure I got these ones more for decorative use and for actually containing things that I'm going to use. I got 2 of them because I'm weird and kind of OCD, where I like to have, you know, you just get the one, you gotta have the 2, the duplicate. It's a thing. I'm weird. Clearly you don't have to do that, but they're nice, they're decorative, they're practical. They've got a good rubber stopper in here, not gonna get any air or anything in there. These would also be very good and viable containers for any kind of spell water you're trying to make. We got moon water, we got storm water, we got sun water, we got crystal infused water, all kinds of wonderful things. I'm pretty sure these ones were $2, so I mean $4, so they were 2. Really, really like the look of them. I understand it's not all about aesthetics, but aesthetic is kind of important to me. Maybe that's my own downfall, but I really, really like these, and I would probably, once again, I'm struggling with trying to find other places to buy things other than like big main corporations that have super huge moral issues. And also, just to let everyone know, when I bring these things into my house, with the same way finding any glass out in what thrift store, I cleanse everything when I first get it and bring it into the house, and then it goes into its cute little place where I keep this shiz, and then I cleanse it again with intention and everything for when I use it. Next up, we've got these cute little ones here. They just look so, I love the whole idea of like apothecary aesthetic. I mean, I think it's like Michael's that's like, is it Michael's or it's somewhere that's got all their Halloween shiz out, and I'm like, I have no money, but look at all that beautifulness. And so I kind of dig that aesthetic. So some of these are like, I got them for work, or I got them for maybe some other kind of decorative project. But these ones were, it says 2-piece. Oh, it's the bottle and the cork. But pretty sure these ones were $1, so they were 50 cents, or they were $2, so they were $1. Just looking all kinds of cute and traditional potion shoppy looking. I'm actually going to be extending my TikTok content to include some of my D&D characters and some of my own characters from the books that I'm writing. And these would actually be really good props for that. So keep that in mind and go TikTok if you want to see all that kind of wonderfulness. Some more very stereotypical looking potion bottles. I love, you guys know I love this shiz. I love glass. I love all kinds of kitschy things. I love the spooky aesthetic. I love everything that goes into kind of like this era of my life right now. And sometimes I go a little ham. I go a little crazy. Again, with these, I haven't figured if they're gonna be for some kind of, I like using this size for when I'm creating spell jars for like a home. I'm gonna make one. My friends JT and Cameron just bought a new home, so I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna do my whole thing, and they're gonna get one of these that they're gonna have in the house. And I also need to make one for my best friend Morgan and her husband's house as well. So that's probably what these ones are gonna end up being, because they just work so well for that. These ones I probably just thought were a really cool shape. I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie, because when you see that section and you're just like, bottles, jars, containers, little vials, the little witchy mind kind of goes a little bit crazy. It was actually kind of cute. While I was there with my friend Cameron, we were going around and there was this one young lady who, oh, it was probably about 14, and I'm standing there and I'm doing my thing, and her little brother was like, oh, look at this. And she's like, well, I already have the jar I need for the one protection spell. And I was like, hey, what's up? Like, I see you, little witch. I see you. And so we had a nice conversation about, you know, what we use, how we find, and she seemed really happy to kind of find a like-minded adult, because she was young, and sometimes when you're venturing out into it, I mean, a lot of you guys know, sometimes there's not a lot of acceptance when it comes to this sort of thing. So it felt really good to kind of just extend a hand to her and be like, you're not alone, it's okay, keep doing what you're doing. Then I got a bunch of littler, smaller ones, and these ones, the majority of them were got for housing, ingredients, and stuff like that. I don't have my full setup yet because, as you all know, I'm with my parents while I'm figuring out nursing school, so I don't have a full breadth of area to really have everything out and about and available. But we got these ones right here, which are just a nice little simple size. Obviously we got two because I have issues. Then we got these ones, kind of these like cookie jar shaped ones. I just like how they just fit and stack together. Like I said, the OCD, I'm not just saying that, I'm diagnosed. If things aren't a certain way, it really stresses and freaks me out, and I can't handle it. I also have sort of like a mini obsession with all things organization. Like, I love notebooks. I love little organization container. I've got like drawers full of little baskets and little things, and I'm just filled with all of the wonderful intentions of how organized of a life I could be living. So in some weird, strange way, I'm like, I can put something in here. Again, it's just kind of the never ending, what couldn't I put in here? Then we've got these ones, which are just kind of smaller versions of that larger one. These ones I think were all like $2 or $1, so they were either $1 or 50 cents. And I just, like I said, I just imagine just beautiful shelves and stacks of, there's this one witch on TikTok, and she showed me her spread, and not showed me, but you know, a video, and I was like, I want to live that best life. I want to be that organized with my craft one day, someday. I guess I'm buying things for that one day potential. We got 2 of those. Then we have these little ones just right here. Like I said, got 2. They're just all really nice and cute and all things apothic looking. So with these smaller ones, I'm probably going to find some way to do like my crystal chips or things like that. Maybe I will show you a better organization video. Let me know if you guys would be interested in seeing that kind of content. And we have these little ones here. I mean, I gotta admit, some of these I was just like, do I have a practical use in my mind for you yet? No, I don't. Are you freakishly adorable and give me a lot of serotonin for only 50 cents? Yes, it does. So I admit, that's kind of some of the logic behind these ones. They're just so cute. And then these ones I actually got 4 of, because these ones I did get for very specific herbs that I haven't put in here yet, but I got 4 of these to use for that specific. I like the way they stack. I like the way they fit in. I like the way they organize. Like I said, for all of you who all know me and know my beauty content with the way I organize my makeup, I like my things to be just so. And in that same vein, it makes sense that that kind of attitude would trickle down into this part of my life as well. So that is all of the jars, believe it or not. You guys are probably like, thank God for that. Oh, how many jars does she need? All the jars. Every jar. There are never not enough jars. Next up, I'll show you guys the crystal chips that I recently got. I kind of needed to replenish my whatever. On Snapchat, a couple of y'all asked me where I get mine. I like to get them from local metaphysical occult shops, whatever, where they have, you know, a large amount of variety. Not all of them carry them, and when I can't get a hold of that, I will leave the Etsy seller down below that I get mine from. Etsy is a really good place also for finding a lot of this sort of thing. So, and they also, one of you asked how much they cost. The cost is usually, from the ones that I get, anywhere from $1 to $5 depending on the stone that you get. For example, the blue lace agate here that I got was the most expensive at $5 for 1 ounce right here. I absolutely adore blue lace agate. It's all kinds of pretty. It has all kinds of practical uses. Then the next most expensive one, I think this was 3 or 4, is the black tourmaline. Right here, these ones for me are a must for any kind of protection spell work, any kind of things where you're making stuff for people to carry around or be with them and do all kinds of stuff like that. Then I think the next expensive one was, I think that's gonna be black tourmaline in quartz, which is another really good for energies and for protection and things like that. Then we've got one of my personal favorite. We got little smoky quartz chips. You all know that's my favorite. If you're interested in seeing my crystal collection video, I'm going to be doing an updated one as well, but that is on my Patreon down below. Patreon will be having a massive update overhaul in September. So if you want to see that, you can go subscribe for $1. But if you want to see my crystal collection, go there. We got smoky quartz. Then we got some lavender rose quartz. One of my personal favorites, at least visually, is opalite right here. And so these ones were all anywhere between $1 to $3. This one here is Aura Clear Quartz going on right there. And you can buy them in larger increments. There are a lot of sellers on Etsy who do sell wholesale crystals. They do tumbled stones, they do crystal chips. Again, I like going to places and buying my whatever, but when that's not available, Etsy is a good viable option. We've got green rutile right here going on like that. We've got green apatite right here. Then we have rainbow moonstone, which was also, I think, a $4 one, a little bit more expensive. And then last but not least, we have prehnite right here. They were sold out of, I think, rose quartz, amethyst, fluorite. They were sold out of a whole bunch of different fluorite, kind of like some of the basic ones, but I still have fair amount of those, and this was just kind of like a little mini restock. And yes, I do cleanse this shiz before I put it in its containers and before I use it for anything. First we do a general cleanse, and then we do a cleansing with intention depending on what I'm using them for. Alright, last but not least, we have got smelly stuff. Well, this is not smelly. This is a bunch of tea lights. Got these at the dollar store. If you're also looking for candles, sometimes thrift stores will have brand new, spanking new candles for not a lot of money. I'm going to be taking these and making them into mini deity candles and mini intention candles. If you want videos and progress, whatever on that, I will try to do that. But these were like $1. I want to go back, and they have colored ones. I only got these ones. They had like green and purple and red, which I don't know if any of you guys know, but different colors are associated with different energies and intentions. So if you want to really double dip on into that shiz, I have some colored candles, but they're like the long ones, not tea lights. Then I've got all of my restocked essential oils. Now, essential oils, I'm actually planning a podcast video where I'm talking about kind of like MLM essential oils versus what you use it in craft. I've got some of the notes done out. I'm really excited for that actually. But this is one my mom got for me at Walmart. This is just Mainstays, their Walmart brand. It's got lavender, tea tree, eucalyptus, lemongrass, and sweet orange and peppermint. Then we have these Better Homes and Gardens one, cedarwood. I love things smelly just as much as I love music. Smelly stuff helps set the mood for what I'm working, how I'm doing things. I mean, aromas just really help set, like, every time I do my cleaning. We do the cleaning with intention. We do the incense. We do the smelly things. I did get a, like, essential oil diffuser, but I think it's kind of crappy because I was, like, pouring. I was like, come on, let's get some smell. And it didn't really do anything. But we got the cedarwood and we got the frankincense, which frankincense is a really good cleanser. You know, you don't have to use sage, you have to use, there are other scents and other aromas that work for that very same purpose. These ones are a little bit more expensive, probably because they're better homes and gardens. Kind of like most things, I again like going to physical places that have them, and also that have people who are knowledgeable in what you're looking for, what you want. They've usually got a wider array of more, I don't want to say intricate, but they've got more scents, more types. The purity is probably better. And I just like supporting the small business, but it, like I said, in a pinch, this is what I do. And then I have this set here that I'm currently open and using. This one I got from Marshall's. Marshall's, excuse me, can be a really good place to find fun witchy finds. If you want to see me do a video about that, let me know down below. I'm all about creating all kinds of content. I used to be all like, oh, I have to do just beauty. Now I'm like, whatever. Ever. But this one's got, let's see here, we've got bergamot, eucalyptus, lavender, orange, peppermint, rosemary, tea trees, and then it's got good night, stress-free, keep muscle relief, breeze easy. Those, if I like the smell, I whatever, but I don't use them for doing my whatevers. And I think this set was like, yeah, it was on sale for $13. Do be careful though, because places like Five Below and places like Marshall's are selling shiz like sage. Do not do that. Do not buy their shiz. If sage is a closed Native American practice, if you're going to use it, you got to get permission. And if you're going to buy it ethically sourced from Native providers. I got this wonderful guy on TikTok that I get my shiz from. If I remember to do so, I will leave him down below. He's amazing. And then the last set that I got, just sort of to have bulk oils for work and whatever and smelly stuff, is the Apothecary Collection Essential Aromatherapy Oil Kit. This was like $17. It's got, again, lavender, eucalyptus. It's also got sleep and awake and whatever, but it's got lemon, orange, lemongrass, a lot of things that I'm very, interested in. That's not the right word that you use. Things that I use in my everyday today. And then last but not least, we have a good old mainstays made in the USA Alpine Forest candle. I actually got 2 of these because it smells so good. I got one for me and I got one for Loki because I find that he really enjoys these like deep, delicious, woody scents. He also is really fond of dragon's blood and a lot of like deeper, really intense smells. Like I said, I will be doing a talkie video on the podcast channel about essential oils, and I'm going to be doing stuff about all kinds of things like this, so if you want to stick around, have fun doing discussion talkie. I might actually record the essential oil one tonight. I still need to figure out how to get that shiz off my phone onto my computer so I can put it on a video. Pretty ding-dang frustrating, but this is the end of the video. I thank you guys honestly so much for being so welcoming and so interested in me sharing this kind of stuff. It really does bring me joy, and it gives me kind of a renewed hope, a renewed love or whatever for my channel, because before I was for all y'all on Snapchat, you guys have seen me melt down like I don't know how many times, like, oh, my channel's dying. So I'm happy to have new outlets going on. I'd love to hear y'all's questions, all y'all's experiences, everything like that down below. Let's make this a nice, safe place for sharing these aspects of our lives. But thank you guys so much for watching. I love you, and as always, keep it real. Mwah!